Good afternoon, Close the Gap community. I hope you're ready for some good cooking this afternoon with Chef Maxcel Hardy. My name is Leslie Fontenot. I'm the Managing Director for Black Health Matters. According to research study, diet-related disparities, understanding the problem and accelerating solutions is a report that we had on blackhealthmatters.com. And according to this study, racial and ethnic minority populations in the US have high incidence, prevalence, and mortality and poor survival for diet-related chronic diseases, usually much higher than rates seen in other US racial ethnic groups. So good nutrition is vital for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It aids in the prevention of certain diseases and also helps with the maintenance of overall health. Not to mention making home cooked meals and spending time in the kitchen can be a great stress relief tool for some individuals. So today I have the honor and privilege of presenting Chef Maxcel Hardy. Chef Max began his culinary experience in the Culinary Arts program at Wharton High School in Tampa, Florida. He then opened his own catering company, Chef Max Miami, which specializes in a range of American, Asian, Caribbean, French, and kosher cuisine. He is also a philanthropist and founder of the One Chef Can 86 Hunger Foundation. One Chef Can 86 Hunger is a nonprofit organization that works toward raising awareness and fighting the hunger epidemic in America. With the help of its boards and supporters, One Chef Can 86 Hunger has been working to raise funds to support their commitment to educating people about the hunger crisis in America worldwide. So let's give a warm welcome to Chef Max Hardy. I'm ready to get my meal on. Take it away, Chef Hardy.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you. That was great words. I always go back and think about just my career when I hear people talking about just my bio, but it's truly an honor and pleasure to be cooking with you guys today on this Saturday. So we're here at the Grand Loft and Lounge, our event space here in Detroit. I'm Chef Max Hardy. Again, born and raised here in Detroit. Started my kind of culinary journey through, I guess, my family. My mom's from Bahamas, my dad's from the South, and so just enjoying food growing up has always been just true and near to eat. Then went to culinary school in Miami. Again, just kind of hit the grounds running, and cooking for different hotels and country clubs, and eventually doing my own catering company and becoming a personal chef for different celebrities and athletes all over the country. Most noted, Amari Stoudemire from the New York Knicks. I was his chef for 6 years. And then I was director of New York Food Bank for a while, and then decided to come back home to Detroit, where we opened up Coop Detroit. We opened up River Bistro, and we just opened our new project, Jed's Detroit, which is on the east side. I'm from the west side, so going to the east side has been fun. So if you're a west sider, please come over to the east side and see us. But it's just a real fun concept that we bought the franchise from Toledo, where we do pizza, wings, burgers. It's a lot of just fun, family-oriented restaurants. So please come by and see us and have some fun with us. But today we're going to just really get into healthy cooking. It's part of just my lifestyle and my cooking techniques and themes. Different athletes and celebrities, they always trying to, hey chef, what's healthy? We're at the top of the year, so I know everybody's health conscious. Making that New Year's resolution of what we're going to eat and how healthy we're going to be. So today we're going to have a little fun doing that. So we're going to make a turkey meatball. So fresh ground turkey, cilantro. If you have any of my cookbooks, if you ever seen me cook, you know cilantro is one of my faves. Then I have some mixed peppers here, red, green, onions, a little trendy, a little basil. First, using breadcrumbs, you're going to use a little oatmeal, right? So a little steel cut oatmeal, which is a little healthier than your average breadcrumb. So it's a good binder. We got little eggs, garlic. I love garlic as well. And then if you haven't got the Chef Max Spice Blend, we came out with a Chef Max Spice Blend about 2 months ago, the launch. So you can get on our website, chefmaxcelhardy.com. And so we're using like everyday spice, and we're using our kick-ass spice. I know I don't say that on camera, but that's what it's called. But we're using these 2 spices in our meatball. So there's 2 great seasonings that you can use every day. We have Everyday Love, which is like our all-purpose season that you can use every day. So we're going to have a little fun with that. But the reason I use turkey is very lean, but still, you know, have a lot of flavor. But you can add whatever you want to it to really make it great. So we're gonna start. So I got my ground turkey here. All right, so I'm gonna add a little oatmeal to our ground turkey. And then our garlic is already chopped up, minced, ready to go. We're gonna add that in. And then our pepper. So one of the things, you know, I like to do is make sure I have my mise en place. Mise en place means everything in place, right? So everything in place is mise en place. So we want to be fancy and have the cool terms. Mise en place means everything in place. So I have everything in place, right? Ready, prep, ready to go. So I have my onions and peppers, so I'm adding there. So I started with about 2 pounds of ground turkey. So you can add as much as you want, big as your family size. And I got fresh basil, right? So I like to use all fresh ingredients. I'm just gonna just pinch a few in. And I like it really chunky because once, you know, you form your meatball and you cut into the meatball, you wanna be able to get some of that flavor and love from your basil and from all your herbs. So I'm gonna do the same thing for our cilantro. All right, I'm just gonna kind of just pinch a few in. And cilantro is one of those good herbs. You know, people always say it tastes like soap, but for me, this is very flavorful. It has a lot of flavor, very fresh, like citrus note to it. So you want to use, you know, you can use parsley. I'm not a big parsley fan because parsley really doesn't serve any flavor purpose. It's good for color, but not flavor purpose. And then so I have eggs. I'm going with 4 eggs. So if you're using 2 pounds of ground beef, if you want to go ground turkey or ground beef or whatever you choose, you can use lamb, you can use pork as well, but turkey for us today. If you're going to do 2 pounds, then I say about 4 eggs. And the eggs just helps it bind, right? So it's a binding agent. It's going to work well with your whole your steel oats. So I have that. So I'm going to get that a mix. All right, get that mixed up nice. And I'm not going to add my seasoning until I get all the ingredients incorporated really good. Then I'll put the spoon away, and then we'll get down and dirty with our hands. All right, so I got that rolling. All right. So my grandmother would tell me, put the spoon away and just get in there with your hands to make it happen. So now I'm gonna add the Chef Max spice blend. This is the everyday spice. So I'll do about 2 tablespoons. And then the steak spice, which has a little paprika in it. It has garlic and it has a little fennel in it. It has red pepper, a little scotch bonnet in there, a little sugar. So it's really good. Little flavor, very flavorful. Got a little spice to it. So you like a little spice, and you can add that. It's good for your steaks, but it's also good for this kind of spike it up a little bit. So I'm gonna just kind of just make that happen and incorporate that. And so you can always add more eggs or more steel oats, depending on just how tight you want it. And being that the turkey is very lean, the eggs is going to be a good moisturizing technique and ingredient as well. More steel oats in there because I want it a little tighter. So you can also cook your onions and peppers down if you want. I don't. I like just the crunchiness of it, and then just when it bakes soft, you know, they cook it itself and it's still kind of flagrant and very al dente. So you get a bite every time you bite into a meatball. You get a nice little crunch from your vegetables. So this is what you should have, right? So nice little mixture here. And if you wanted to, you can take it a step further and make a meatloaf out of this as well. But we're gonna go meatballs. But if you wanted to make a meatloaf, you could. The same kind of principle. So we're gonna ball a few up. So I got a pan. So I like to cook mine in a pan, right? So because when I bake them off in the pan, I'm gonna make a simple sauce at the end of it. So I like to do everything kind of one pot dish. So you're not using a whole bunch of stuff in the kitchen. So this is the part where it's good for kids. You got kids, they can come in and help, roll the meatballs. So I'm gonna roll a few. And so 2 pounds will probably get us about 20 meatballs, depending on how big you want them. I'm gonna do 2 ounce, 3 ounce meatballs. So got that rolling. Some people say wet your hand, so you can wet it. The more meat you get on it, you can wet it. I recommend not using gloves on this technique because the meat will stick to the gloves. And I'm gonna keep rolling here. So this is, again, a dish you can do. You have friends coming over later on, you can do it early in the day, you know, kind of roll them, put them in the oven, have them ready to go when they walk in. And it's very healthy. You know, like I said, we're gonna do a salad with it as well. So the salad we're gonna do is just a real cool light salad, a cool little vinaigrette, garlic again, you know, garlic and cilantro is my faves. So we got that going nice. And the cool thing about meatballs is like one of those things that you can't really mess up, right? It's kind of foolproof, right? Once you get the ingredients in there and get them rolling, it's kind of simple and easy. So got that going. It's funny, none of the restaurants have meatballs, and I got to put meatballs at one of the restaurants because none of them have it. We do a curry meatball at Coop, and then at Jed's we'll do, I don't know, barbecue meatball maybe, something fun. Kind of chef of mine, and I have meatball at none of the restaurants. And so also too, if you're watching, please log on to chefmaxrd.com, where our new cutting board is out as well. So you can pick that up and just have a nice cutting board. It's really cool. It's one of those pieces you can have in the kitchen. You can have as a charcuterie board. You have a cutting board. It's a good gift item as well. We sell a lot for Christmas. So if you're a cooker, a chef-inspired person, just grab one and have it in your repertoire at home. So we got that going. So I think I got about 20 here. So it looks pretty good. Like, so when you bake them off, you can actually serve it right in the pan too, because again, we're gonna make a little sauce right at the end. And you kind of just serve right in the pan, you know, put right in the family. Come out for lunch, you can go right in the pan, around the table, have your salad on the side. You know, nice and bright, colorful. And I always say people eat with their eyes. So one of the things that I enjoy is making everything look pretty. That way everybody can enjoy it. I always say the time you see it is the time when everyone starts to enjoy it. That's what I have. So my turkey meatballs ready to go. Talking about 20. So I'm going to the oven at 400 degrees. And so we got that going. So clean as you go as well. So now we're going to work on our salad. So our salad, I have my tomatoes, I have dried cranberries, I have avocado. I have my spring mix, so just a good mix of greens, a little spinach in there, a little arugula, a little red oak, just some mixed greens, so very fun. I like to use a lot of arugula, it's really good. And then sometimes I'll add a little spinach in there. You can use all spinach, you can add some romaine there if you choose. No iceberg. Iceberg doesn't have any health nutrition facts to it, so don't mess with iceberg. But I am a sucker for iceberg wedge sometimes. But I like greeny green. So again, so I got all my salad in there, and so I got my dried crayons. We're gonna go in. Dried crayons in there. Candied pecans. You don't have to candy them. You know, you can just use straight pecans if you want. Get away from the sugar. I like it to get a little sweetness. And I got tomatoes, just some nice heirloom tomatoes. They're not as seasoned, but when you go to the grocery store, you can pick out some nice ones. Especially heirlooms, it's hard to get right now. But if you're at some of the farmers markets, I'm sure you can get them. So tomatoes, red onion. All right, toss that together, and avocado. So I cut my avocado in half already. I cheated a little bit. I should show you how to do that. So again, if there's a whole avocado, I just run my knife around, and then there's a pit in the middle. And so I took it out already. But to cut it nicely, so I have a half of it. So I'm gonna make slices, right, straight down. Then I'll turn it, and then make my kind of squares. All right, so you see that? So we got a square. And then I'm gonna take a spoon, and just run it and core it around to get all that avocado out. So I have all my avocado squares ready to go in there. So one of my cheating ingredients, I use this on everything. So I use it for marinades. I use it for salad dressings. Garlic expressions is one of my faves. Very good, very flavorful. You can find it at most of your stores. So it's good as a salad dressing or a marinade. It's a great ingredient, a great thing to have in the refrigerator or your pantry. So yes, garlic expression is really good. Give it a good shake. And one of the good things about our greens is that they hold up really well. And so they'll take a lot of different vinaigrettes, and you can use, you want to make an avocado vinaigrette, you could. So the better the green, the more it holds up. And then it gets a nice shine, nice shimmer going on. I'm gonna toss that. This is something you can make ahead of time. You can add, anything you want in the spring and summer. You can add strawberries to it. You got cranberries, raisins, blueberries, any kind of herb you can add to this. And it's just real fun salads. And I like a lot of just light stuff. And so this is one of my faves. So how does that look? Looking good. So I have that ready to go. So again, I'm gonna clean up, make sure I'm good to go here. So I cheated a little bit and I made some meatballs ahead of time. So I'll pull those out. So that's what you should have when it comes out. They're ready to go, looking good. They were in for about 20 minutes. And it's turkey, so it cooks really quick, so you don't have to, just have it in the oven for hours. And I know we always say, hey, we want to make sure things are cooked. But the more you cook it, the more flavor comes out, and the more it dries out. So you want to make sure that everything stays moist. And you got the salad that's really nice, and so you want to make sure your meatballs are really nice and moist, and nice golden brown. So I got my meatballs. When you make them in a pan like that, if you making sure they're not close together, they're good. They happen to stick. It's okay. Just take a spoon and just move them around a little bit. So I have my meatballs. So again, presentation is always my first thing. So in that pan, when it came out the oven, I'm gonna put them on the stove now. I'm gonna bring it up to like medium heat, and I'm gonna add some of that same garlic expression to the pan. And just a little bit, about a quarter of a cup in there. And I'm gonna just let that simmer just a little bit. And while I have that going, I'm gonna start plating our salad. So our salad is ready to go. And again, you can either serve the whole salad on the table to your guests, to the family in the evening, or you can do individual plates. It depends how fancy you want to be. If you're a working mom or dad, you just wanted to say, hey, you know what? I've cooked it, put it on the table and go. Or if you care a little more, just plate it. I'm gonna plate mine. So I got my salad going, tomato in there. I love red onions, so I'm gonna garnish with red onions. You get to the bottom of it, you wanna get all the craisins. When you toss in, your avocado gets lost in the sauce, so I'm gonna get those avocados out of there. One of the good things to this as well, you can add a little more citrus if you want. So you can add some orange zest, you can add some orange pieces, mandarin oranges. So now I have my meatballs going. So I'm gonna go 2 or 3 meatballs, depending on just how many you made and your portion size. This is a healthy cooking matters. So we're gonna go 3 meatballs. And then I'm gonna go sauce here. All right. I'll do 2 plates. So 3 meatballs there. A little salad. And again, this is something that's very easy. Something you can do just to have fun with. You get the kids, the family involved. You have friends coming over. This is something that's light and fun. You can do. Again, it's the top of the new year, so you want to make sure you're getting off to a good start, having good eating techniques and things. So this is what we're gonna do, right? A little meatball salad. simple, easy recipe to have. We'll make sure we post the recipe as well. But it's just real fun. You know, one of the things that I'd like to do is just think about when I'm shopping, what I'm going to prepare. So before I go to the grocery store, I like to make sure I have a list of things I'm going to do, a list of things I'm going to cook for the week, and then kind of figure out the preparation. And then, you know, when you have a list and you have your preparation in mind, and it helps you save money so you're not spending, you know, tons of money on things you don't need. And so then it's real fun. So again, thank you, Chef Max. Coop Detroit, come and see us. Jedge Detroit, come and see us. The Grand Loft and Lounge, come and see us. And follow us on all the social media, Chef Max Hardy. And thank you for having me again. And then whatever I can do to help in the Cooking Matters world, please let me know. And if you guys have any questions, I'll get into in the chat and answer all your questions. Again, thank you for having me, Chef Max.